unmute. I think we're all good.
All right.
Talk to you guys.
Hello.
Hey. All right, let me just put you back a little bit. Talk for me real quick.
Yo.
Very good. All right.
Ayo.
Awesome. Alrighty then. Heroes and villains. Thank you for joining us once again, or for the very first time, on Initiative. Show where a bunch of teen superheroes go in way over their head to save New York City and the world. My name is Colby. I am your GM, Professor GM, if you will. I am joined here by my lovely usual cast. I have Cory.
Hi, I'm Cory. I play as Elias Crowley.
David.
Hi, I'm David. I play as Adam Mercury.
And Nicole.
Il mio nome Jackie.
Wow. Cultural. Nome está.
Actually, that was completely wrong. That was Italian and Spanish.
Yeah, it's like Spanglish, but
Yeah, but
battalion.
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 Oh
shit.
Cory, can I just say your hair grows so fast?
Dude, right? Like I just cut it like a couple weeks ago, and it's
I'm
like
saying.
back to that. It's absurd. I suppose there are worse problems to have.
I guess.
Thank you for joining us this week. Chat, as always, let us know if we sound bad or anything is going wrong, as per usual over there. One thing I wanted to do that I wanted to do last week, but it just totally skipped my mind, was that we got new fan art that I want to showcase, and I'll put that on screen right now. Boom,
So
there
good.
it is. Neo surprised us with new updated fan art of the characters.
Oh, yeah.
The boy.
Looks so cool.
Look
So
at that.
good.
We got Jackie on the left, Adam in the middle, and Elias on the right there.
Dude, there's so many little things
I know.
that he did that I love.
Yeah,
I know.
The detail on it is fucking amazing.
It was on the stream on the bottom right in our revolving thing where we continue to add artwork and stuff as we keep going. But I thought I'd give a nice shout out to the boy.
If you want to stare at it for as long as you possibly could ever want, it's also up on our Instagram.
Yep,
Yes.
Nice.
on our Instagram at instagram.com/initiative, right? Or is it?
It's
Initiative
initiative_KTX.
Yeah, initiative_KTX. In fact, you can find all of our social medias under the KTX iconography logo brand
Yeah, sure.
on Facebook,
Big bad
Twitch,
B word.
Twitter. Those are our three main ones there. And also you can listen to this episode and all our previous episodes and future episodes on Spotify /KTX. Look, we're going to drop that right into chat. Boom.
Links.
If you're watching live or on the VOD. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Taylor.
Alright.
Yeah.
And you can check all the VODs and everything onto there. But I think, let's see, and that's it for me. I have a list here that I just went down.
I
So
want to know a big announcement for me and Nicole. We have our character sheets.
yeah, those have been delivered. They have their
Yes.
physical character sheets now. Thankfully.
All right, those are contaminated now. You can't bring them here.
Yeah.
As I like put it up to my face.
Yeah. Those are contaminated. Let's get, there we go. That art will be the bottom right from now on.
I'd
All
like
right.
to say for the record, like they do not have coronavirus. We're just being
Yeah,
careful.
we do not. No one in this cast
Yeah.
has the virus.
I
I've
think
said it for the
last week
past
we were
like
saying how I
3
had the
weeks that you
virus,
guys
but I
have it,
don't.
but I swear it's not true.
All right. So first off, how the three of you doing before I go into the recap?
Good.
Everybody healthy? Everybody safe?
Yeah, I mean, we had a contactless Domino's delivery today, and it was weird.
Oh, how did that
yeah.
work?
He like put the bag down in front of our door, then the pizza on the bag, and then like he stepped back and he had a mask on, and he like grabbed the pizza and he was like jumping up and down like ready to grab the bag, and like I took the box, so he like ran up and grabbed the bag.
Whoa.
It was weird.
Made a sport out of it. Is Nicole dead?
Yeah, man, it was weird.
Nicole, are you dead?
Nicole just error
Whoa.
forward.
That was weird. It looked like when Discord freezes, but like just only half the screen, you know? That was crazy.
Just my half.
You caught her dissociating. Like in her
Yeah.
head, she's
Yeah.
like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Yeah.
It's like remembering Nam. I'm like,
Error 404, Jackie not
Yeah.
found. All right. Without further ado then, let's go into this week's recap. The story so far over here. We good?
Let's do it.
Hell
I'm
yeah!
nervous.
All right.
I'm nervous today.
oh,
All right. So
Oh no,
God.
this is gonna hurt.
last week on Initiative, Our heroes return to Earth, having spent a day at the Umbra Collective lunar headquarters and fought off an assault by the agent of the dark entity known as Hamadi Khan. Taking a night to rest, the party meets with their friends Misty and Lauren, who are asked to do some research on the pillars of darkness that have risen all over the world. Their investigation turned up some info on 2 of the 6 pillars, the one in Egypt, originating from a recently excavated tomb dedicated to a mighty and vicious ancient warlord, and the second pillar, located in Anaheim, California, turned up security footage of a young individual trespassing into the site of the pillar before said pillar was summoned. The group split up after receiving this info to meet with Egon Brem, an old foe turned friend, at Grand Central Station. After lamenting the loss of his sister, Egon passes on a book to Elias, demanding that our heroes promise that they will never be passive or complacent in the face of evil. During this time, Professor Savannah informs the party that she needs time to repair her particle collider, which should serve as the catalyst needed to trigger our heroes' travel to the converging expanse, the source of these pillars. Having been sent the prima materia, having been given the prima materia by the Umbra Collective, as well as communicating with the otherworld spirit known as Yaliru, our heroes have secured the protection and connection, respectively, 2 of the 3 other components needed to travel to another dimension, in this case. With their quest to save the world on hold, the party turns their attention to the upcoming, highly anticipated Winter Dance. Armed with their fancy new wardrobe and dates, the fated day arrives, and the party's longtime friend Cedric, arranges a limousine for everyone, with the last of the money he made working with Spearhead Tech. The Winter Dance commences with Adam and Misty Evergrove, avoiding the gaze of her chaperoning father, Elias attempting to stop an intoxicated V from moshing someone to the hospital, and Jackie trying hard not to be swooned by by Xavier Holden, the football star of North Central High. But all could not be well for long. While the slow dance songs were playing over the gymnasium dance floor, Jackie's body is overcome by something else. The dark entity had decided that Jackie was to pay her price for tapping into the powers weeks before. Summoning the blades given to her by Elias, she walks to the center of the dance floor, finding her best friend Lauren, and sinks the mystical steel into her flesh, sparking
fiend.
the tendrils of darkness and ending the dance. What will the consequences be of this sacrifice? Will our heroes be able to stop the end of the world? Find out right now on this week's episode of Initiative.
Oh my god. Look, you said ending the dance, but like I don't see a reason to stop dancing.
Yeah, I mean, this just turned into a Slayer concert. Like, let's be real. My favorite thing about what happened last week was not actually what happened that ended the episode, but more the fallout of what happened. Like,
yeah,
what did
like the entire chat was freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
We were freaking out. We have a group chat where it's the 4 of us, and Nicole changed Colby's name on it to the literal devil. And it's great. Like, every time he sends a message, it just comes up and says the literal devil says, and it's fucking beautiful.
It's true.
It's poetry.
All right, so I guess let's get into this, yeah?
Yeah, let's jump in.
Hold on, everyone be quiet for just a second. All right, just checking the music levels. All right, so we fade in from black to what looks to be this we see dark tent flaps breezing with the wind of the night air, and we see a glow, just a sharp just blinking of light, and we hear and we zoom in through the flaps, and we see Savannah with a blowtorch as a mast overhead, and it looks like she's working on the particle collider at the far end of her tent. So we zoom in further, closer to her. She puts up her mask, stops for a moment to get a drink, a cup beside her, just like this metal cup, and it starts rattling. And it falls off of the crate that it was placed on. and the entire tent itself begins to quake. She takes off the mask. She is looking around. Her little helper vacuuming robot, it's been modified, is worrying about trying to stop things from falling, but crates and other debris are... She runs to her tent flap. She opens it up and she looks in the distance, and we hear her say, "Ah, hell." We pan away from her to look at the sky as New York's pillar of darkness has begun to rise and grow and begin to swell larger than it once was previously.
Damn it, Jackie.
And then we go to chaos.
Oh no.
So
No. Oh my god.
Did we just get the bad ending?
Alright.
so there's a brief moment
save that?
of I guess contemplation in this moment. Jackie, you're looking down, your body having suddenly returned to yourself. You remember the experience, and you were conscious throughout the entire ordeal. In front of you, the sword having dropped from your hand, or the blade of the dark entity, clanks to the ground. People around you, not really having noticed the situation, too enthralled in their dance. Yes?
Does Valkyrie's Ride activate?
Yes, it would. So
She's an
we'll get to
ally.
that in a minute. Jackie, you see in front of you, Lauren's dress just turn crimson, blotched as the blade is pulled out of her. Cedric catching her as she falls back in his in his arms. And in that moment, Elias, before anybody can react, you hear a few mutterings around you, like, what? Like, not really, again, not realizing what happened, turn around to see. You're holding V one moment, and then the entire gymnasium lights up as your body is consumed in these green flames in a flash. And we see this spectral flame travel 15, 20 feet maybe?
Yeah.
Right to in front of Jackie, and basically your powers determining that the threat came from Jackie itself. You are put between her and Lauren as you flare up right there. Everyone around, you see some panicked yelps, like screams from people, not really realizing what's happening. The force of your power forces some of the lights bulbs around to just explode, and sparks rain over the entire dance floor. And now people start panicking, and there's yelling, and people are trying to get out.
I immediately am like going up to Lauren.
Yeah.
And like shaking, like my vision's almost like completely white, like I'm just like shaking, holding her, or like grabbing her and being like, Lauren, are you okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Her
like
face,
just freaking out, like
her face is caked with sweat. Her makeup is running at this point. Her breathing is very haggard, almost like hyperventilating in and of itself. And you look down and you cradle her head, and turn over to make sure, to check the wound. And you see from the wound itself black sparks, tendrils of black energy forming, and it's growing like a bubbling soda.
I oh my gosh. I just like instinctively like want to like stop it. Like I like cover it. I like try to like use my dress and like try to soak up like the blood and everything coming out of her.
Yeah.
And immediately I'm just like, somebody help, somebody help,
You
help.
You hear
and
or you
scream.
feel a presence approaching you. So do you, Elias, over there, as you see Miguel Evergrove, Misty's father, immediately breaking through the crowds of swarming kids. And he just yells out, "What's happening? What is this?"
I'm still like yelling at. Well, at this point I'm like yelling at Lauren. I'm like, "Don't go to him. Don't go. Don't go. Stay with me. Like, stay here. You're gonna be okay. We're gonna make everything okay. It's gonna be okay. Just don't go."
I'm just like standing over like the two of them, like, Jackie, what the fuck was that? What did you do?
I'm still like freaking out.
Yeah.
Like,
Keep in mind, nobody did see what happened. You can assume anything, but yeah, as far as, you know, everybody was enthralled in their own sort of ordeal.
I think me and Misty were outside.
No, you were dancing.
Oh, you're dancing.
Were we?
I believe you were dancing, right?
I think so.
Oh yeah, we're doing the wedding dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just gonna run up and like push through the crowd.
Yeah.
And just like see Lauren laying there. Can I see like the black stuff on her over like underneath Jackie trying to cover it?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say you don't need it. You're close enough.
Okay. I'll stand a few feet away and just like look at Jackie. Do I notice anything different about her?
Make a perception roll.
5.
Nope. She's very panicked.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep my distance and like kind of hold Misty back.
Yeah, Misty looks also panicked. She doesn't really know what to do in this moment. Her father is kind of taking control of the situation. Jackie, he kneels down like on the other side of Lauren, and kind of has to push you away a little bit, not away from her, but like your hand away and stuff. So like, you know, he's kind of trained in this, and he's just like, hold her head. I'll see what I can do, and you know, goes down and he starts to, you know, try and perform a treatment check. Seems to be doing pretty well, but as his hand reaches towards the wound itself to put pressure on it, you see one of the tendrils of darkness like lick out against him, and you see a mark across the top of his hand, like a burn mark, where it just, like scorches him away.
All right. I want to mind read her right now. Like, I want to get in her head.
Okay. 2.
Oh, okay. So I'm pretty in it.
What do you want to know?
I want to like see if it's like her own thoughts or if like there's like something else.
I will. Okay. Aside from the so there's a few things running through her head. One.
Okay.
Oh my god. There is no other presence that you can feel.
Okay.
There's no secondary. You can delve deep enough to see that nothing has invaded her that you can detect at the very least. Her thoughts are her own.
Okay.
There's a sense of betrayal to her in the back, but also understanding. Like, even in this panicked moment, she is in disbelief that it was you who could have done this, but there is those, you know, she is in this very hectic moment, and in the and in the deep recessions of her mind, you feel like, how could she do this? Like, all I've done for her, all I've supported her, everything like that. How could she just like stab me like this?
Yeah.
And all of you make toughness rolls for me.
Oh god. Ooh. Okay. 19.
23.
Nice.
19.
Nice.
Okay, so the three of you don't take any damage from this, but suddenly from the center of her body where this wound is, a pulse of energy forces all of you, including Miguel, back about 15-20 feet, throwing you. As you're all able to catch yourselves, you're not falling prone or anything like that, and you avoid the brunt of the damage. Some of you bump into other students who are trying to leave, but suddenly Lauren is alone in the center of this dance floor. Even Cedric is blown back as well, and he yells out like, "What's going on?"
I immediately try to run back to Lauren.
As you run forward, your body collides with it, and you all see a ripple in the air.
I just start yelling, "Get out!" Like trying to get as many people out as possible. I'm just like, "Get out! Get out! Get out!" Just like leading people to the door.
Cedric looks over to you, and he says, All right, fine, but I'll let you. And his voice is drowned out as you all hear a. And you see behind Lauren, the very space is bending, and energy coursing out as you see a circular, a portal open, a familiar-looking portal.
As soon as I see that happen, I'm gonna, instead of yelling for people to get out, I'm gonna start like physically bringing people out like fast, like in out, like
Okay.
one at a time.
Like Quicksilver and
Yeah, just like as fast as possible.
Yeah, you're trying to get like other students and everything out over there. The rest of you see in from this portal, stepping out, a slender figure as you see several scarves, long trailing, made of energy, pulling out. You see a large hat on her. We see Liani Barbosa step out. Crackling darkness all around. The air in the gymnasium is collecting and swirling. It's kind of, you have to yell in order to hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
And she simply looks over to all of you and down at Lauren.
Yo, this bitch is gonna. I'm still trying to like get to her.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I'm using everything I can to like bring her to me.
Yeah, as you're just slamming away at this barrier, make an attack roll.
Like unarmed, just like straight.
Yeah, if
Or-
that's the way you're trying to get in.
Do you still have the blade?
19.
Nice.
19. Yeah, you you hit it. I'll do toughness. Yeah, it still holds. It's like slamming into a brick wall.
Yeah.
Like your fist is bleeding a bit as you're moving. Liani raises her hand over Lauren, and we see Lauren's chest rise up, and her body begin to float a few inches off the ground, and we see in the center the wound that Jackie created open up,
No.
and we see a stem of dark, bloody tendrils
No.
reach up into the air with this singular orb, this jagged material at the end of it, pulsing a light. This deep maroon purplish light.
I'm like screaming, like, don't touch her! Don't touch her! I will kill you! I will kill you!
She simply looks up and points to her ears and just says, and she says something and you can't hear it.
Oh my god.
Anybody else doing anything?
Is she like, has she stepped out of the portal?
Yeah, the portal is behind her.
Oh, I see. And she's in this force cage with Lauren. Okay. I guess I'll try to break down the barrier too.
All right, so stop trying to get people out. Decide to roll to hit.
I see what so I'm gonna try to supersonic punch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what Jackie's doing. I'm just gonna like stop for a sec and just like run back, like almost like a mile away, and then run back this way and just go for a big punch.
As you're moving away to like prepare the supersonic punch, you leave the gymnasium, and from your vantage point, you see it's very tough to miss. The pillar in New York is expanding.
Like it's fast enough to be visible.
Yeah, very much. I mean, it's always been visible from wherever you are in New York.
Like visible expansion.
Oh yes, and the sky above it, now that the pillar has grown again, piercing through the night sky, the black sky itself is turning orange around it.
Okay.
Like a cloud breaking through from it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see it and just say "damn it," and I'm just gonna run back and just full force punch.
All right, roll to hit.
18.
18. Okay,
Yep.
that hits.
All right,
Unfortunate.
it's 9
What's the damage?
9.
9. Okay. No, just you strike it, and all of you have to plug your ears for a second as it comes over the howling winds around. Everybody in the gymnasium is like, some people like get down thinking a bomb just went off at some point. Again, people are having a tough time making out what's actually happening.
Yeah. I just hit it and like just stop short. It's like
yeah, and you strike it and your fist is still like connected to it. And you saw a ripple from it, but no damage.
Damn. All right, yeah. I'm gonna stare down.
I'm going to charge a ball of Soulfire and look towards the wall. And before I throw it, I want to think of changing it to Egon's color, that monochromatic tone, just to see if it makes a difference. Like, and I whip it towards the wall.
Yeah, roll to hit.
13.
13? Yeah. It fizzles out as it strikes. You see, it more, instead of fizzles out, it like gets repelled off because you have homing on it, so you'll get another chance soon. She looks at these attempts and looks at Jackie. She like, takes her arm and she looks at it. There's no watch or anything on her arm, and she just taps her wrist. And she looks over at Lauren, down at her, and she grabs the stem itself. That's connecting Lauren and this item, and she just starts pulling it, and she starts leading it towards the portal.
I want to look at her and just stare her dead in the eyes, and I just want to be like, don't touch her. And like, there's like tears streaming down my face, and I want to try to mind control her.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Perception based. Let me reroll. Oh, hold on. I forgot to break out her stats. It's been a minute.
Come on.
Been a minute.
This doesn't work. I might have something else.
Oh, please.
Here we go. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, so 22. She shrugs off the mind control effect. It stops her for a moment, realizing that something just attempted to probe her mind. And she turns her head. She doesn't turn to you, just her head. And because of the dark entity's influence, this shadowy form of hers, it's tough to make out very like subtle signs, like subtle facial features of her. But she cracks a smile, and she just pulls Lauren along, who just hovers behind her. And you said you wanted to do something, Adam? Elias?
Yeah. I like run over to Jackie, and I kind of like scoot her aside. I'm like, let me try this, and I bang on the wall, like yelling like to get her attention. And then I try to like through the weird fizzling and fire around her, try to find her eyes, and I try to death stare her.
Okay. Make a presence roll to see if you can get her attention.
Okay. $17.
Okay, I'll say that. All right, so it's a will save, right?
Yep.
Okay. 16. What's the rank?
5.
Unfortunately, 15 is the target number in that case. It does backfire.
Yeah, mirror on self.
Let me try.
Hang on, I got an idea.
All right, so roll a will save.
And I guess I'll try one more. I'll just try to rapid punch the wall when he's done.
Okay. Roll to hit.
26.
Oh, you're good.
So I'm gonna circle around towards the side of the wall that the portal's on.
Yep.
And try to just like, I'm just gonna like DBZ style rapid punch the wall as fast as possible.
Do it up.
Get through. So it's a 32 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Okay.
It's 6 damage.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, so you hit it, and you all start to see cracks along like space itself as this barrier is starting to show some wear from your attack.
Did it fail by 2 degrees?
Yes.
I get another attack.
Oh, do it up.
Oh my god, please.
That's a
please.
26
Yeah,
to hit.
that hits.
It's 6 damage.
One more
again.
thing. Homing.
Oh, roll to hit. Go ahead, Adam. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn it.
6 damage.
Nothing.
11.
11. Yeah.
It ricochets.
Yeah. No. 20.
6 damage, so that's 21 total, right? Or is it 16?
Yeah. So it fails by 2 degrees.
Wait, no, it's 21.
Yeah, for damage, right?
Yeah. 6
Oh, I'm
damage
sorry.
is
You're right.
21
I thought you meant 26. Yep. Okay. So it fails by another degree. So as you see more cracks forming. It's very close.
Yeah.
Liani steps through the portal, and with her, you see Lauren dragged in.
No.
Mhm.
As this happens, the portal wavers for a moment and closes. And in its place, we see a small black speck. And the barrier, as you're punching it, Adam, you're striking it, and all of a sudden your fists are hitting air. The cracks disappear. And you hear a... And everybody roll toughness.
I want to roll toughness.
Ooh, 15.
18.
13.
Cory, or Elias, you suffer 2 degrees.
Oh.
So 1 injury and you're dazed. The 2 of you suffer 1 degree. As this small speck explodes with this pulse of dark energy, and we see from the epicenter, the center of this explosion, tendrils of darkness reach out through the roof and the wall of the building, and it starts. These tendrils glide along the street outside, and we hear screaming.
Oh, God.
You guys have been knocked to the ground. You look up. You see these tendrils are going crazy out of the center of this speck. And you see some students, as they're running, a tendril runs over them and vaporizes them where they stand.
Oh my god. What is this, War of the Worlds?
Everybody roll perception rolls.
This is my worst roll ever. Oh, 17 actually.
Oh,
Hey.
wow.
Shit. 10.
Okay.
I'm rolling like garbage tonight. Awful. Bad start.
23.
23? Okay.
Oh, great.
Adam and Jackie, you specifically see 2 individuals that are struck by these tendrils as you run outside through the chaos. You see Cedric, who's running up to you. He says, I don't know what's going on. Are you guys
No. No.
Yeah, as you see Cedric gone in front of you. The ground under him completely charred black. The pavement itself destroyed and disintegrated by this blast, and over the course of about 15 seconds the tendrils start to waver as the energy of the speck disappears. And the 3 of you receive a call. Whoever has a cell phone. I believe Adam still does not have one, right?
I do not have a cell phone.
So all of a sudden, Elias, you and Jackie's phones start to go off in your pockets or purses. And you look to see it's Savannah.
I pick it up, throw it on speaker. What's going on?
Yeah, well, apparently we don't have as much time as I thought, or speculated over here. Things are going pretty wrong. Are you outside? Tell me you're outside.
Yeah, I was at the school dance, and now people are dying.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Do you see the pillar?
Yeah, why is it growing?
Well, apparently the world's ending.
It looks the part.
You all gotta do what you need to do and then get over to my place immediately. It's do or die time.
See you soon.
All right, get what you need. You're not gonna get another chance.
I hang up, I activate my ghost shield, and I jump up and begin flight.
Okay. Yeah, everybody around is running away from this place at this point, not looking in your direction.
Yeah, I immediately, like, as soon as I hear Savannah, I like fly up and I dash to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
I'm like where Cedric disintegrated. I'm just like grabbing where he was. And I'm kind of like stunned.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, like you're down on like one knee, looking at like the spot where he once was over there.
Shit.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I know this is a serious moment, but behind Cory, there's a guest.
I heard him.
No, you can see him. Everybody say hello to Teddy.
That's awesome.
He's trying to get to the window.
I just realized something. Halfway to Savannah, I stop in the sky and turn back around and dash back to the dance.
Good. Okay.
I forgot V.
Make a perception roll.
Oh no.
No. Oh no. 14.
14. You're looking around bird's eye view. Can't seem to find her.
Fuck.
How much time you want to spend?
I fly back into the auditorium.
Yeah, into the gymnasium.
Yeah.
You fly in. It's kind of cleared out now, so you can see. You hear like police sirens in the distance and whatnot.
Shit.
There's nobody in here.
Fuck.
The Storch Mart, like the entire gymnasium is
Yeah.
pretty much destroyed.
I pull my phone again. I call her and I leave the building
Mm-hmm.
to like get ready to scan the perimeter.
You're calling her?
Yeah.
You hear we're sorry. This number you are trying to reach has been temporarily disabled.
Fuck. I scan the outside of the building again.
Make another perception roll.
12.
Adam, you're still in the front, just trying to looking down.
Yeah. I'm there for like a solid minute. And then like eventually I'm gonna snap out of it and look around for Misty and Miguel.
Okay, make a perception roll.
10.
Okay. You can find Miguel. He's on the street itself, helping kids leave and stuff, and he looks over and as you approach. He says, before even you can speak, he yells out. He says, "Where's my daughter?"
I don't know. I was coming to you to look for her. I don't know where she is.
I haven't seen her. Just go do what you need to do.
I don't even say anything, and I just run whichever way I see Jackie and Elias going.
Yeah, Jackie, you're making a beeline.
Oh yeah, like as fast as possible.
As you're soaring into the air, Adam, you're riding, doing your rooftop like run on the street where you can. And Elias is trailing far behind. Unless are you still?
I'm gonna try looking more still.
Okay, so just you two for now. You see from the tower as it's expanding, there's essentially like lightning flashes up the top as this orange storm cloud is bleeding into the sky, and you see from the storm cloud a bolt of black lightning straight down into New York City, followed by another one, and these small explosions forming where they strike. Wind is being kicked up all around you. It is pandemonium at this point as people are screaming. People are coming out of their houses like, what's going on? Going into a panic. As you guys are traveling, you see Jackie, you would see from the street beside you, one of the bolts of black lightning shoots down very close to your position, and it hits a street where an oil tanker was driving up, hits right in front of it. The oil tanker, having just hit this large divot in the ground where this bolt struck, flips up and then slams back down, doing a full front flip onto a bed of two cars. And as you're flying by, you hear people yelling for help.
Like as I'm as I'm like whizzing by, I want to just like telekinesis, like put the car right side up.
So the tanker itself, like the tanker, like the oil portion of it, is on top of the cars.
I want to pick that up and like get rid of it.
What's your telekinesis? Right.
Oh, it's my move object is 7.
Okay, so it's gonna require you're gonna have to stop for a moment. 7 is about truck level. If you stop in terms of weight and mass. So yeah, you have to you pull aside flying a little bit as you pull up, and you Adam, you can see as you clear over a rooftop, the truck just, you have to like move it to the side, like it just
I
rolls
scream
off.
for Adam and I'm like, Adam, get them.
Yeah, you see fires breaking out nearby of it.
Okay, I'll run down to the ground and like try and see, like, pull people out of those cars if there's anyone in them.
Yeah, there's two cars. One has just a man in it, looks like, you know, going about his commute when this fucking happened. And then the second car is a woman with a child in the back seat, about like a toddler.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and go from one car to the next, just like opening the door, pulling them out.
Make an agility roll.
9.
9.
Yeah.
Which one are you gonna save first?
What?
Which one are you gonna save first?
The kid, I guess.
The kid? Okay. Yeah, you're able to go in. You zoom in, and you grab the kid, and you zoom away, and you come back for the make another agility roll.
11.
11. You're able to grab the woman, like his presumably the child's mother, as you zoom away, and Jackie, as you finish moving the tanker itself away from here, suddenly you're blown back as it explodes. And Adam, you just put the woman down a safe distance next to her child, and you're running back just in time to see this explosion consume the other man. Yeah. He was essentially first on the, you know, crushed car, but he was trapped in it and just explodes. Elias.
Yes, I land back to like street level, and I'm like scouring the crowds, going between people, like searching.
Make a perception roll.
There we go. Fucking 21.
You don't see her.
Bitch.
You see Miguel.
Yeah. I gotta run over to him.
Yeah. He's helping another student finally. Like the premise is like getting cleared, pretty like almost done now. Some kids got trampled on the way out. Yeah. That he's helping some up over there, waiting for emergency. He looks over. Yeah. And he just says, he doesn't really say anything. He just gives you an exasperated look. Yeah.
Like, you see a girl in a dress with spikes and big boots? And...
No, I didn't see your date.
Yeah, where the fuck did she go?
I don't know. Things are a little chaotic over here.
Yeah, I can't find her.
Have you seen my daughter?
No. Not since the blast and everything started.
He points up to the sky, to the pillar, and he just says, do you have any idea what's happening?
Vaguely, but I have to leave.
Go.
Shit. Just keep an eye out for her.
He nods.
Right, and I, straight in front of him, jump up and fly.
Yeah. All right. So, as you're flying, so the two of you have just dealt with that, Adam and Jackie. Are you doing anything before you continue?
I'm not. I'm rushing.
No, yeah, I guess I'll just tell the woman and the kid to get someplace safe and then run.
Yeah. The three of you see all like similar chaotic moments are happening throughout the city. Just alone on your path towards Savannah's tent, or her lab, so to say. You see buildings that are catching on fire. Car crashes have been happening all over. These lightning strikes are becoming more and more common and periodic, almost like a constant now. Just ripping New York asunder.
Yikes.
None of them have reached into Manhattan as of yet. So it hasn't hit any of the large skyscrapers or anything there. It just seems to be located in like Brooklyn and Queens and like all around the like eastern section of New York City, but it's expanding even more, and as you start making your way closer and closer, Elias, you're able to catch up with the two of them, still lagging behind a bit, but I think you're faster, if not just as fast as Jackie with your flight speed. What's your flight speed? What's your rank? 2. That's yours, right, Jackie?
Mine's 3.
Okay, so you're still lagging behind. So she's still faster than you. As you are all moving. And Adam is, either are you trying to like keep with them or move ahead?
I don't know where we're going.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You're just following them.
Yeah, so I'm just following.
Okay. Eventually, you guys are able to make it, and but as you do, just moving closer and closer to the pillar, you're starting to see just how much it's growing. And the larger it gets, the slower it starts to expand, but it's very obvious that it is expanding. And it's harder to hear as you get closer, as the storm is, you're heading towards the epicenter of the storm.
Yeah.
Finally, you touch down in the parking lot right in front of the tent. The flaps are just... part of the tent is flown off, just away. And you see all like the mechanics underneath all the tools and whatnot that she has, and the mess that she usually leaves. Savannah opens up the tent flap, and she's like ushering you in.
Yeah, I run right in.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, she's the whole place is, tools are flying, like little bits of metal, like screws and everything are flying about, like hitting you in the face. You're like, God damn it, fucking.
Yeah.
As soon as I get there, I immediately go up to her, and I'm like, you have to send us now.
Yeah, that was the plan. I don't know if it's gonna work. I haven't really had enough time to
It's fine, just send us.
All right. Where's the other one? And as I say that, you appear. Elias, so you're now with everybody.
Yep.
She looks around, she says, all right, here, I had these prepared ahead of time, and she goes off to the side, and she takes out, she opens up a crate, and she like pushes it over to you guys, and inside are a few like hiker backpacks.
What the hell are those?
Supplies. I don't know how long you're gonna be there for. Could be 5 minutes, could be 5 years, could be 5 days. I don't know. But there's enough supplies in there for each of you for a couple days. Food, ropes, tents.
I just, without saying anything, I just grab the bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like go to where I assume the like machine is, and I like stand there and I like just pull the backpack to me, and I'm just like ready to go.
She points over to Adam, and she says, all right, you over here.
I go where she
Yeah,
tells me to go.
she grabs your wrist. She says, all right, and she like pulls you towards the prima materia container, the large cylinder.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, well, this is also speculative. All this is speculative, actually, but we're gonna see if we can make it work. Hold out your hand over to this.
I do it.
The canister opens up as she presses a button on the side of it, and you see the prima materia seemingly unaffected by the wind. It doesn't change its course or anything. And she's not really talking to you anymore, Adam. She just looks over to Mercury on the wrist. He says, all right, little guy, little fella, I just need you to just go ahead on that doohickey right there and do your thing that you do. Do anything. And Mercury, in your mind, you hear should I listen to her?
Yeah, in my mind, I just say, do what she tells you.
Okay, Adam. As Mercury reaches out from your wrist and crawls along your fingers and right towards the prima materia, and in his liquid metal form, it expands out and encases itself over, just Pac-Man style, gobs over it.
Kirby's it.
And even though obviously the mass of the prima materia is larger than Mercury, Mercury constricts down to his normal size, having consumed, and then moves back onto your wrist and attaches himself. She says,
do I feel any different?
No.
Okay.
She says, all right, well, either that just worked or I just fed, what we needed to like your pet or something like that. That might not work, but we'll see. Everything, she drags you over. She's like, everything is speculative. Now, do any of you have any questions before we do this?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Let's go.
Yeah, well, that one we'll have to answer when you get back. All right. And she...
When I walk back to like where we actually need to stand from the pre-materia cage, I kind of like just give her a side eye and I say, "This better work."
Okay. Yeah, she gives you a nod. She says, "All right, so I step on the platform just like you did before," and the three of you have to like grunge up together, kind of like right against one another onto there. You look to each side, and another tent flap just gets pushed right off.
Yeah.
And now you see the pillar of darkness growing, and it's actually approaching you. Just a slow wave of crushing darkness.
Yeah.
I yell, I'm like, Savannah, get out of here when you send us.
You don't have to tell me twice. And you look to the side, and she pulls on a latch, and you hear the machine whirring. And you see sparks fly out from either side of you, from the two tubes. She's like, "Oh, that ain't good." And the last thing you see is Savannah looking up at you, and she's like, "Good luck," and your vision goes black.
Oy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
The three of you.
We did.
We did.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
We did.
The three of you wake up, looking up at the sky. You see from before, when you were on the Amble Belt, you saw the endless galaxies above of stars. Everything. Aren't you all right there?
Table was making noise.
You see just darkness, and you hear waves beside you. And as you lean up, instead of seeing the normal night beach of the Amble Belt, the tranquility of it, the three of you are on this sort of sandy platform with ocean all around you, and it's just enough space for the three of you to be able to lay down in. And the waves around you are turbulent, just instead of the calm, peaceful, like sort of stillness that it once had. And you look down, the waves that are coming towards you, as they recede back, they leave this red mist behind them that just evaporates. Your minds are not melded as they once were, but instead there's this feeling of isolation to yourselves, where you look over, and if you try and speak, your words come out like underwater. And the waves itself are growing closer, feeding off of the land around you, this small landmass, and it's just being disintegrated away further and further until you guys have to stand up. And as it touches your feet, you feel it burn. And you try and leap up, try and summon your wings, try and kinetically push yourself up, and nothing happens. Your powers here are ineffective, non-active, as the water climbs up your ankles, and you feel your skin, your bones, your flesh and muscle being eaten away. You see the red algae, like seaweed at like beaches. That's what your body is being turned into. and it's climbing further, and all you have are each other now, just pressed up, all three of you in the bunch as this is happening. And then it stops. The waves pull away, and you see that your feet are fine, your ankles are fine, your legs are okay. And you hear, amidst the waves, you hear, the time has come a bit sooner than I thought. But I promised you a better way there. So you hear Yaliru, the spirit, speak. And in front of you, the water begins to bubble. She says, "This will be uncomfortable." And the three of you are pulled by some force into the water. And unlike when you step into the portals before to come back to your world, back from the Amble Belt, you are actually traveling underwater at this point. You are being pulled by your chest, the water filling your lungs. You're just it feels as though you're perpetually drowning for minutes on end.
Oh.
And it's completely dark around you. A slight red haze from in your vision from an inch in front of you, but then just darkness all around. And then you start seeing a light from below. And it's the glow of what could only be described as lava. And bubbles are forming. It's an underwater volcano, small in scope. And this light, as it beats through, bathing you all in this now red haze. You see your allies beside you as you move together. And as you're careening down the bottom of this ocean floor that's still forming, the pockets of this lava are growing in size and depth. And finally, you see a perfect circular one bubbling with its magma that's hardening as fast as it's forming. And the three of you are careening right towards it. And you close your eyes instinctively as you go right into this lava. And as you do, you see all around you bright, red, hot light. And the three of you can suddenly hear one another breathing. There's sound around you now instead of all muffled. And you're just flying through some sort of pocket of air or some sort of invisible energy through this lava all around you, completely encased in it. But the lava is coming in closer and the heat becoming unbearable. And Adam, on your wrist, Mercury, you hear, "Oh, yes, this is what I must do." And he detaches from your wrist.
Huh.
In front of you, careening, flying forward, and he expands out, separating himself into this net-like shape that encases the pocket in which you all find yourselves in. And you see a bright amber glow as now the lava's forced back. And now the three of you float in this pocket as you're traveling, and Mercury holds this lava at bay, and you're still moving. And it's like that for a few minutes. What are the three of you doing?
Trying to process what's happening.
Exactly.
I'm still like I'm like standing there quiet and like trying to hold like a hard exterior, but like I have like tears like constantly like streaming down my face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm uncharacteristically quiet, just like visibly angry,
Mm-hmm.
and like just I mean, I'll look around and try and perceive the environment.
Yeah, there's not much to look at. All around you is this rushing magma.
Yeah.
The space that you guys find yourself in, it's not very, like, you don't have any, like, personal space. Maybe there's, like, a couple feet between the three of you.
My head is nowhere near this place at all. I'm back in New York still, thinking of where the fuck V could possibly be, trying to process what just happened. And I, like, look around and have this, like, weird, like, moment of clarity. And I'm just like, did we die? Is this hell? Or are we going to finally end this?
I don't think we're dead. Mercury's here.
Maybe he died too.
Can he die?
And all three of you hear out loud, like a speaker in this dome, you hear, I presume that I could, in fact, be terminated.
Hey, Mercury, you can talk.
Yes. Yes, I can. And the three of you can hear me, yes?
So that's what you sound like.
You've heard him before.
Have I?
In this campaign.
The last time in the
Amble Belt.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right.
I remember that.
Yes, Elias, I'm sorry you forgot so soon.
There's been a lot of shit happening.
This
you
is
gotta
fair.
Forgive me.
We seem to be traveling. Something is guiding us.
Do you know where we are?
I have no comprehension of where we are.
Okay.
It is different than Earth or the Amble Belt.
I'm gonna look over at Jackie and just kind of like keep looking at her.
Okay. Yeah. Jackie, you're just kind of, yeah, go on.
I'm just like staring forward.
Yeah, the three of you are still in your, like, now it's all kind of, some bits are a bit torn of your winter dance
Yeah, we're still in our formal
clothing. Yeah, your formal attire. From like the explosion before, there's like dark, like black dirt on like the bottom of your dress, Jackie, and stuff like that. All of you are look a bit unkept now.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Still looking good.
Yeah, I kind of like absent-mindedly chuckle, and I like look at like my like tie, and it's like covered in char and shit. And I look over at Adam, and I'm like, "Did you rent your tux too?"
Yeah, I can't afford a tux.
Well, I think we're gonna pay for ours now, if we get back to New York.
Let's just say we lost them.
Yeah, because then you'll never have to pay for them, right?
If I even remember to return it when we get home.
If there's a home to go back to.
Let's make sure of that.
So the orb that you find yourself in shakes like, and you hear I think we're slowing down. We might be reaching our destination.
I hope so.
I don't know how long I can hold this for. And you can see bits of mercury start to almost chip away and fall into the stream of lava, never to be seen. And little streams of lava are slowly oozing into the orb itself, compromising like the integrity of this.
Yeah. Let's just hope we make it before you give out.
You and yep.
Can I like
Yes.
Can I like try to like keep like the lava out?
Yeah, so you like telekinetically just like pushing the lava, like trying to like almost plug up the holes.
Baby Yoda that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna try and like reinforce.
Yeah,
roll a
pretty much.
telekinesis roll. See if you can
Like
help
try
out
to
Mercury.
help Mercury out.
Beep boop.
11.
11. It's tough. I mean, you're helping, certainly. Like, it's better than you not doing anything. And you all hear thank you, Chatty, as Mercury kind of has a little bit of a better hold of what's going on now. You all find yourself shaking a bit more. You all have to angle your bodies a bit to try and avoid little spurts of lava, Jackie helping out to keep it away. Until finally it becomes too much for you to just getting jostled. And soon the lava itself fades away. You just careened right by it, and you're in an orange haze smoke. And you feel yourself stop. And Mercury immediately forms back into his small ball form and lands in front of the three of you.
Yeah. I guess I'll pick him up.
And you walk over and you pick it up, and as you do, the smoke around you just blows away. All around you, the three of you find yourselves. Immediately you notice the ground first, this dirt, like soot covered, ashy, dry ground itself. The walls and ceiling all around you, immediately you feel a sense of panic as it looks like its arms reaching out all around you. But the moment of clarity comes, and you just see a pale pinks and reds and oranges of these sort of almost looks like a mineral branching out like trees, the tree branches all around you, forming these walls with little specks of holes between that just reach all around you, like a makeshift sort of cave. And upon closer examination, it's coral. And all of you roll perception rolls.
Okay. 8.
That's 19.
16.
Okay.
27.
Hey.
What is yours? 27?
27.
Jeez. Jackie,
I'm
you're
hyper alert.
looking around. There are corridors all around, just like these wide openings. There's about 4 or 5 of them all around. And but you notice above, through the interconnecting strands of this coral, you see orange. Just orange coloring through the holes.
Can I try to like break the coral?
Yeah, make an attack roll.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Coral is not very strong. You zoom up. What's your damage on your telekinesis?
7.
Okay, yeah. You force your hand up, and you all hear a as how big of a hole you're making? You're trying to crash down the whole ceiling, or?
No, just like a small hole to like look out of.
Sure, a little skylight. Yeah, you crumble it as the coral just falls, and you all see an orange sky above.
Well, I think we're here.
Wherever here is.
Florida?
Mercury attaches himself back to your wrist, Adam.
Okay.
Can I like fly up, like through the hole?
Certainly. Yeah, you hover up, and you hover right above the hole, and you see all around you just a wide expanse in every direction, and the only thing you see at your feet are these, for miles in every direction, these coral beds that form some sort of system of caves, or you're not really quite sure, as it just goes on and on and on.
Okay. And where we were, there were like corridors and stuff?
Yeah, there were a few.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna start walking. I'm just gonna start walking forward through one of the corridors.
Okay.
Yeah. I like come back down and I'm like, there's just more coral above us.
We should
I
follow
don't even
Adam.
acknowledge. I'm just walking.
Yeah. I turn to Jackie. I'm like, we should follow Adam.
I just nod and I like kind of gesture for like after you.
I take a couple steps and try to catch up with him.
Mm-hmm. You're not running, are you, Adam?
No, I'm just walking at normal pace.
Yeah, 3 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Do we still have the bags? The supply bags?
Yes,
Like
those are on you. Whatever you brought with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Ball gowns
Wow.
and fucking hiking gear.
Yeah.
What a combination.
It's the corridors itself are narrow. They feel tight, and they're not smooth in their design or construction. You see, some corridors are almost sectioned off by coral, enough for you guys are able to like blast through it or something. Able to break through. It's not very thick, or again, it's kind of fragile now, where it's almost shatters like glass as you move through, or like clay. But yeah, and you feel some dips and some rises, and you just keep walking.
At some point, I just like stop and take my heels off. I just like huck them and I go barefoot.
Yeah, the ground feels pretty like cool underneath you. It's dry. It's almost like stepping in on cement in of itself.
Yeah.
That's like a thick granular feel to it. And there are some patches that feel softer than others as you move, as if moisture maybe once existed but has long since dried at this point.
All right.
I think in my head to Mercury, I'm like, any idea which direction we need to go in?
I'm sorry, Adam. I don't really know.
It's okay. And then I'm just gonna keep heading the same direction.
Elias,
What's up?
could you see if anybody's been around here?
I can give it a shot. I drop to one knee and put my hand on the ground.
All right. Where's that book?
That's right, bitch.
Dude, I watched a movie. All right, I'll digress real quick while he's away. I watched a movie the other night where a lady did that. It was a vampire movie. It was fucking Tom Hiddleston, the chick that was the White Witch from fucking Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, really?
Tilda Sweeney or whatever the fuck her name is. Hang on. What the fuck is
Well,
the
she
name?
did like the historic touch thing.
Yeah, it was
Oh my god.
the movie was called Only Lovers Left Alive, and it was
Really?
two vampires, and like Tom Hiddleston plays this like depressed like musician or whatever, and he's also a vampire too, but he had a guitar, and he's like, I just got this new like acoustic, what do you think of it? He's like, I can't figure out how old it is. And she like closes her eyes and she puts her hand on it and she goes, 1905, came from this place, it's a Gibson, this and that, and she just listed off all the shit about it, and I was like,
You're like, that's me.
All right.
That's me.
So make a perception roll.
I loved it. I felt so validated, you know.
You're like, yes.
23.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So, as you place your hand down, you start to see flashing images, like a video playing out. The two of you see his eyes glow green, and most of what you see is a little inactive. It's not much to see around you, until at some point a shadow looms over you, and you see something slithering on the ground. And you hear a, "This way." And then you come back.
Like it was being, like, guided?
Guided or guiding something, you don't know.
Did you get anything?
Yeah, something has went this way. Something was either getting pulled or pulling something else through this way. Almost like serpentine. If we keep going this way, we'll find something. I don't know what, but something.
Alright. Do you want me to check ahead?
I think it's best if we stay together.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
Let's just keep going at this pace and face whatever's at the end of it together.
Yeah.
As we walk, I am keeping like a noticeable distance, like between us. Like I'm still
Social
with you guys.
distancing.
Like I'm not. Wait, what?
Social distancing, if you will.
Yeah. I'm just like, guys, I don't think this is safe.
The quarantine has lasted this long.
Don't say that.
I like pull hand sanitizer out. I'm like,
Sucks you're in
guys.
Florida. No.
Oh man. They just opened the beaches. We're okay.
So, make a perception roll, all three of you.
Ooh, yes.
Oof, 9.
I'm killing it right
Okay.
now.
20.
Kind of.
Nice.
Well,
Nicole took my roll luck tonight.
Total, Nicole?
27.
Damn. All right.
Hell yeah.
Adam. Oh wait. Adam and Jackie.
Hyper vigilant.
You hear, as you guys are walking, either direction of you in this tunnel, you start hearing growling.
When I hear it, I stop.
I do too.
Are there wild animals here?
There could be.
Whatever I sensed isn't human.
Can I look in the direction where I heard the growls?
Yeah. You see darkness.
I start walking towards it.
Yeah, it's on both sides of you, so you can go forward or backward.
I guess I'll just go forward.
Yeah, I'll go backward.
Okay. As you both step, Eliza, what are you doing? They both go in different directions.
I'm staying posted. I'm not
Okay.
moving.
Just like-
I'm gonna stay right in the middle.
As you two are moving away from one another,
Mhm.
throughout the corridor, you hear a and both of you can see the shadows shift. And Jackie, you swear you feel something move at the bottom of your feet. Just an upward, like...
Adam, Elias. I think there's something underneath us. I just felt something move.
When she says that, I'm gonna turn towards her and like kind of walk a couple steps back in that direction and say, "You guys fly up."
And nod.
I just like levitate like a little bit off
Yeah.
the ground.
And blast my wings out and take a couple,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, it's cramped, but you guys are able to get a couple feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything, Adam, or just told them to move up?
I'm gonna walk towards where Jackie was,
Uh-huh.
and like stomp my foot on the ground.
Are you...
Yeah.
As you stomp down, you feel a push up in retaliation.
Yep, there's something under there.
Good observation, Paul. Let's move a little bit faster, I think.
Works for me.
Everybody roll initiative.
Fuck.
Do I have to roll?
Yes.
Okay.
right.
Mine's 11.
Okay. 20 to 25 or higher. 20 plus.
54.
Sheesh.
You're trash kid.
20 to 25.
19.
That is not 20
I
nor
know.
to 25.
But it's one under. And I know nobody had.
Jackie,
20,
what'd you
25.
get?
11.
Okay. All right. So, the three of you. So the three of you, where is my? There we go. Just put it on here. Yeah. All right. Adam, as you stomp down, you feel something push back up, and then all of a sudden, another push, and your reflexes are able to pull yourself back. As out of the ground of itself, you hear a and from the hallways on either side of you, you hear something moving towards you. This cloud of dust and smoke just clears through as the three of you see a what looks to be this canine-like creature. Its snout elongated forward. Instead of having just clear fur, it has patches of like dirty, dirt-clawed, knotted fur with scales pat on top of various points, just like this off gray. It has two front legs. The thumbs of the creature, like they're set up like paws, like canine paws, but the thumb sort of section is up like a raptor, kind of curled upward in that sharp tendon,
claw.
like talon claw. And its lower body is that of a shark, like a land shark, this tan color where like has two side like hip fins that flare out, and there's these studded spikes along and like barnacles cover patches of it at various intervals. There's like cracks along its skin and flesh as it moves, and as it bursts from the ground, it's about 4 to 5 feet long and large, and it just flails out and
All right.
and Adam, you're first.
Yeah. So is it like out of the ground now, or is it like
Yes.
shooting out of the
Yeah,
ground?
it's
or is
in the air now, like and about to hit
Okay.
the ground.
I'm going to take a step back,
Okay.
and I'm going to wait for it to come down,
Okay.
and I'm gonna like prepare an attack for when it does. And I'm just gonna like sit there and look up at it and like wind up and just be like, "Come here, you son of a bitch."
Okay. Yeah, you
Get ready to uppercut it.
Yeah.
all right. So you're attacking now, or you're preparing to?
I'm preparing to attack.
Okay.
when it
Yeah.
comes
All right. Elias, your turn.
I'm gonna kind of do along the same lines. I'm gonna activate my ghost shield. Just kind of like have sort of a ready stance, waiting for it to kind of burst up towards any of us.
Okay. Jackie.
I kind of yeah, how many are there? Is it just one right
You
now?
just see one at the moment, and you hear more approaching.
Okay. From like which way?
Both.
Oh, both. Shit. I just go to you guys. I'm like, we don't have time for this. We need to get out. And I like, kind of, like, move a little bit forward, but not without them. And I get ready to like I prepare an action to like push them back.
Okay. All right. So, their turn. So, this creature delves into the ground, just like a dolphin in the sea. Just goes into the dirt itself.
Wait, can I punch it as it goes?
Yes. You. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's do this. 29 to hit.
That hits.
All right, it's 3 damage.
I am.
Yeah, you zoom up and you punch it right in the side before it leaves, and it actually you punch it so hard that it fails to go into the ground, but instead
Nice.
skips off of it like a rock,
Yeah.
and then hits the wall and splatters.
Oh my god. Just died?
Yes.
Nice.
Alright.
From both sides, you hear as from forward and back, you guys see about 5 from either side of these similar creatures skirting along, some of them crawling on the side of the wall too as their paws as they all start to approach. Jackie, make a telekinesis roll to see if you can push one of them back.
12.
Yeah, unfortunately, you push forward, but not expecting all of them. You can't. You're like, do I grip one, or like, do I try and just go for all of them? Like, crap, and they just end up pushing through your force, and they're going to descend upon the 3 of you.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
All right. So first, 10 total. 1 second.
I'm like holding my ground, like, come at me, sharks.
All right. There's gonna be 3 at all of you, and then Adam gets a 4th.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So Adam
Yep.
does a 24 hit you.
Yes.
Okay. It's 1.
Oh my
That's a miss. Does an 18 hit you? Your parry, excuse me.
No.
No. And 18 again. No. So 1 hits. All 3 others fail. Make a toughness roll for me.
Alright. Toughness roll is 23.
23.
I'm just gonna bring what do we add to?
Did you count this? 10.
Okay. All right, you're fine. You're fine as 4 of these creatures shoot out like bullets out of the ground and against the wall against you, and you dodge through, but the 4th one clips you on your side, and its sharp, jagged, irregular teeth bite into you, but you're able to push it off before it does any real damage. Elias, 3 of them shooting at you. Does a 19 hit you? I'm sorry, 18 hit you. Your parry.
7.
So yes. Hit. Miss. So 2 hit you. Toughness roll, please.
Good old ghost shield. 26.
Okay, and a second one.
You're good.
15.
You suffer 1 degree of damage.
Like,
Keep in mind you have the -1 from earlier in the day as
Yeah,
well.
I know.
So okay. As the 2 of them shoot out, and one of them bounces off of your ghost shield, and then the 3rd one, its like clawed paws come out and rend you across the arm. You're like, ah! And you have to pull back. Jackie, 3 on you. 14 hit.
No.
9. Nope. So Jackie, you are all set. You just deflect the 3 of them away. All right.
Not focused.
Adam, your turn.
Not today, bitch.
Alright. How close are the ones that hit Elias and Jackie to me?
I mean, you're all kind of in a cramped corridor. You kind of have to focus on these 3 separate groups now as they split up.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean they're relatively close. For what purpose?
I'm gonna look around at all of them, and I'm just gonna sigh to myself, and I'm going to use Whirlwind.
Okay.
It's a 30-foot radius.
Okay. So it's gonna hit them as well, right? Your friends.
Well, it's targeted.
Oh, got it. Okay. All
It's
right.
targeted AoE.
So what's the rank?
Times I've been attacked by you is immense.
I know. It's rank 4.
Rank 4. Okay. And what kind of save is it? Or is it an attack
I think
roll?
it's damage.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I have to roll an AoE to see if they take half the damage rank.
Yes.
So 4. All right. I'm just gonna roll for the groups. Pass.
Okay.
All right. Two groups pass. 1 group fails.
Okay.
So we'll say your group failed. The other 2 passed on that.
Okay.
And what's the damage?
4 damage.
Oh. Yeah, okay. So one of the groups, as you become a blur as you move between them, I will roll d4. Elias, you're the group that was just launching at you. As soon as they hit the ground and one of them in the air, they all just fly in omnidirections and splatter against the wall. Okay, as that squad is completely destroyed.
Yeah, I like to think like I'm being kind of brutal right now.
Okay.
Like I just like as I like punch them, I'm like grabbing one, just like beating it, and like just like stomping one on the ground.
Okay. Yeah. You just like
I'm like
toss one like so fast with your momentum, it just head crushes against the wall.
Like I'm just not in a good place right now.
All right,
That's my turn.
Elias.
I'm going to kind of follow suit with what Adam's doing. I'm going to activate Soul Blade.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing on the nearest one of these shark dog things.
Yeah, so you can attack the ones that are on Adam or Jackie.
Who am I closer to?
It's all relatively the same.
All right, Jackie, I guess.
All right, so Jackie, you find yourself getting some support. Roll to hit. 3 dead.
Damn. Nice. 23.
23. All right, you hit. Now, what's the damage?
8.
Yeah, and it's a will save, isn't it?
Yes. Because it's soul energy, technically.
Your sword cuts through one of these creatures and phases through them, and then leaving behind their form starts to swell for a moment with their green veins, and then a fire just looms over their orifices, just pluming out, and then they crumble.
Sweet.
It's another one dead.
Woo!
Anything else?
That's it, I guess.
All right, Jackie.
All right, I'm gonna try to like, can I try to like slam? I want to grab one of them and slam it into like others and like push them.
If you have like an AOE attack, that would work.
Oh,
Otherwise, you're kind of breaking the system a bit.
you're right. I'll just throw one like yeet him like through the coral.
Okay, sure.
That's a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
All right, toughness roll. What's the damage?
7.
Damn, fuck me. 7.
Yeah.
Yep. You right through the ceiling. You see bits of coral, like branches, like fall down, and you just hear a scream that's immediately silent. Like you can't really see it. You just see some sort of black ichor just drip down.
Yum yum.
All right. Anything else? That's another one dead.
I wanna.
Half of them down.
Nice.
I wanna kind of like. Yeah, I like urge you guys. I'm like, guys, come on, we can run and do this. Let's go. We don't have time. And I like kind of start
Okay.
moving it forward again.
Okay. Their turn. As you move away, there's about 5 left. 2 of them are gonna lash out at you, Jackie. They're gonna split up again, forming 2 groups of 2 and then a single one. Jackie, that's a miss. That's a fucking miss. All right. Yeah, you're just like, come on, we can keep going. They're buffeting them away. 2 are gonna go for Adam.
Okay.
That's a miss. 17 does not hit, right?
No.
All right, yeah, they keep running at you, and you just like punch them away, just like a kick, just brutally swinging at them away as they come at you. And then 1 for Elias. 14 does not hit.
Nice.
Yeah, and you're able to you like dodge back as 1 leaches back.
These guys
3 of you have
bad.
faced worse, and in this case, you guys are acting like tough heroes.
Yeah.
Adam, your turn.
These guys are babbies. Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna hear Jackie say that, and I'm gonna run very quickly in the direction she's going and flattening wake as I do.
Okay.
Just like run straight line.
Like through them.
Yeah, just 3 of them. Yeah.
All right. What's the affliction rank on that?
6, and it
What kind of save? Fortitude?
dodge.
Dodge. Fail. 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 Pass. Pass.
You got 3.
Got it. Okay, so 3 fail, 2 pass.
Okay, how many degrees do they fail by?
2 on one. That was 3 on the other, and then 1 on the other.
Damn.
Okay, so 2 groups are prone and 1 is dazed.
Got it. Okay.
Damn.
All right.
And I'm gonna like beeline, like I'm gonna run past Jackie, like just run very quickly.
Are you just in a? How far are you going?
I'm gonna go a decent distance, maybe like a couple miles,
Okay.
or until I hit something. I mean that's a round for me. So.
Cool. Yep. Okay, we'll get to you in a minute then, Elias.
See,
Okay.
I'm gonna go by.
Adam, you have the best timing ever.
What?
Fuck this. I face the 5 of them and Banshee Wail.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
You're
All
out
right.
of hearing distance, so you're out of earshot, so you're safe.
Yep.
Jackie's got high will. This is the best time ever.
All right, Jackie, make a will save. I will for them as well. What's the save?
It's will. It's affliction 4.
Okay, so 14 is the number to beat. One does a
I'm sorry,
natural
will?
20.
Yeah. Mine was 9.
Oh.
12, 13, 16. Yeah, 16 for me.
All right, so you're fine.
I don't think you've ever been affected by it whenever I wail, luckily.
I think I might have once.
What are the degrees of failure?
Oh, dazed, stunned, and dying.
Okay.
I know
Oh, it doesn't
Adam's
matter
gotten
for
me
that.
like a million times.
You watch as 2 of them, as you're wet, you reach out. 2 of them, you see their like ear canals, which they don't have like ear flaps or anything like that. It's just sort of like these just holes that you can't really see. You just see an explosion of blood as they both drop.
Yes.
Nice.
I've never killed anything with that. I'm so proud.
These things
I
are
think you
for
killed V's
babbies.
brother with that.
Did I?
I think you might have. Anyway,
I don't remember if I death stared him or if I screamed.
and the others are fine. One of them's dazed, so you killed 2 more. There we go. Okay, so the other 3 are dazed.
Nice.
All right, Jackie.
I'm gonna take another one and I'm gonna try to like literally rip it apart.
All right, roll to hit. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have to.
You're right.
Perception.
Wow. This whole
Always
time.
forget that. Yep.
Fucking sucks.
15. What's the damage?
It's 20.
sorry,
It's 7
17.
damage.
7 damage or 22?
Yeah, 22.
It's a minion. Yeah, it floats in the air and it screeches, and then you, Elias, you see right in front of you. It's pulled, but it's pulled in sort of like 2 segments, where it's pulled out so you can just see this vague spinal column.
Yeah.
And then the final pull apart as you just rip this creature in half and toss it to either side.
We're never this hardcore. This is
This
vicious.
shit is serious.
Okay, anything else?
No, I'm gonna continue moving.
Okay. 2 more left. They can't chase after Jackie or Adam. They are dazed. So Elias, since you didn't move, they're gonna attack you.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit, so that hits. And a 22 to hit, so 2 toughness rolls.
Of course.
All right.
After we dip.
12.
Okay.
Oh, and 16.
Oh no.
I'm gonna
I
get
hope they have
chewed on.
low. Oh yeah.
So you take 2 more injuries as you failed by 2 degrees at one time, and then another degree. So how many injuries total do you have? 4?
3.
3? Okay.
Actually, no, 4.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, because I had one before we got here. I got attacked once. And then,
Yeah. Yeah. So they are reaching out. A claw gets you at your leg, like a good chunk of your leg. You're like forced to one knee, and that forces you just enough for one to climb right onto your shoulder and bite onto it. And you push both of them off. your shield helping, but yeah, you're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, Adam, your turn. Oh, sorry. So Adam, as you're zooming past, you come to the end of this corridor, and it takes not a lot of time for you at all. Looks like you guys are kind of close enough as it was. And as soon as you reach the end of this corridor, it opens up to a slightly larger chamber, similar to the one where you guys entered from. Sort of like this. That's what I'm looking for. Like, has a bunch of other corridors connected to it. Like this hub, so to say. And inside, you immediately see about 15 to 20 more of these creatures writhing around some sort of like the center of the chamber, just like around something, and you hear like chewing and more swarming in from the other corridors.
Are these minions?
Yes.
Can I use takedown?
Yes.
Okay.
If you hit.
Yep. So I'm gonna roll to hit. Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Ooh, hell yeah.
All right. Okay. Toughness roll for me.
Yep. It's 3 damage. Because it's just a normal attack.
Yep. Well, plus your crit, so you can add 5 or add an alternate effect.
I mean, I guess I'll add 5.
Okay.
So it's
that's
8
17
damage.
for me total. So
Okay.
so they fail. How do you wipe out this swarm?
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna run right into them, and whichever are they like swarming in a direction, or are they like swarming like they're eating something?
That they're eating.
Okay. I'm just gonna like run right to the center and just like whirlwind attack all of them, just like chop through them.
Yeah. We see as an audience as you rush in, these creatures are suddenly like risen into the air by the force of your gust as you're careening around and around in a circle, and you hear and the force of the wind itself that you're creating, like this perpetual storm around, reaching higher than any class of hurricane seen, and all these creatures are just being ripped like a blender. Nice. Viscera and blood inside of this pseudo tornado that you create, and as soon as you stop, it just splatters all about, painting the walls in a complete menagerie of black and red blood. And
I'm
parts.
hearing Slayer lyrics again.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Elias, you're like swatting these two off, like, fucker.
Shit.
What are you doing?
Fuck it. I'm gonna wail again.
Wail again. Okay. Jackie, make another will save.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I rolled a natural 16, so.
Okay. One fails as you reach out again, and again the one that just bit your shoulder you threw off, just ears pop, eyes bulge a bit, and they just crumble to the ground. And one of them is like really pissed off that you just keep screaming. Jackie, you're going a little deaf in the moment. Just like,
It's like, God.
your ears are ringing very badly. It's your turn. Your turn.
Your turn.
I'm gonna just grab Elias, like with telekinesis, and like take him
Just yoink.
with me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm like, let's go.
Elias, you just like, all right, are you? Yeah, pulled down the tunnel. Okay. The creature is going to pursue.
Oh no! How dare he?
How fast is your flight? It's
rank 3, so I don't have the.
it's on the cheat. It's on the cheat
that-
sheet. Damn.
I think that's
I don't have the cheat sheet.
240 feet per round.
Okay.
I think it's like 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, about
Something
30
like
miles.
that. It's on the overlay whenever your name comes up. For some reason, Tree Labs is like broken for me, and like won't load things properly. Anyway, yeah, I guess your one yank would pull him faster. Okay, so I guess for the purposes of this is just one minion, I think we can pull you out of combat for the moment.
Sheesh.
Okay,
15
There we
miles
go.
an hour.
15
Turn
miles.
3? 15?
Yeah. So as you're moving along, Adam,
Uh-huh.
you hear after like the stillness of like all this screeching and snarling that was happening, it's just suddenly ceased and the wind kicks down. You see some of the coral strands along that were destroyed as well are scattered about. Some have like impaled some of the creatures in that torrent.
Yeah.
You hear where they were all leaping on and munching. You hear a yes. Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna like look down like what?
Yes. And you see in this sort of divot in the dirt and the ground itself, you see a large he has two sort of humps in his back, not covered by any clothing or anything, just this, it looks red and bruised along his back. He has a hunched over figure, humanoid in appearance, his face covered by what looks to be some sort of like shawl, like whatever fabric that he was able to come across, this like almost like potato sack fabric kind of thing, rough burlap, thank you, is like wrapped around his head, and sickly skinny around his arms and limbs, and just red and white blotches along his body, like he's diseased almost, and he's in a fetal position on the ground. He just says, yes, thank you, that was most uncomfortable.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach down to help him up.
Give this boy an orange.
And I'm just gonna look at him and be like, what are you doing here?
Says, he reaches out his hand, his elongated fingernails that are yellow. His ring finger, the nail lawn fell off. So it has
like,
dry, taped up blood on it. Yeah, but he grabs your hand, and he has a large hand. His hands are almost too large for like what sort of body shape and how tall he is, and you can tell as he stands up, he's only about 4 feet tall. But he just has this large mass his back and center, and he pulls up and he says, yes, thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, who are you? Why are you here?
He dusts himself off. You know, he's not wearing any clothing. You can see like open genitalia. Like he's clearly does not care. He looks over and he just says, excuse me, I was looking for you.
Do you know who I am? Why do you know who I am?
I don't know per se, but I was told to find you and your it glances around companions.
Yeah, they should be here soon.
What is that? Let me see. Oh no, how are you gonna ruin this NPC? Oh. See, if you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube at the VOD, you can see exactly what was shown and get in on the bit.
For our Spotify users, would you like to describe what we just saw?
Just go watch Courage the Cowardly Dog. Anyway, so
Solid picture.
yeah, he looks, he says, that is good. We will wait then.
Yeah, do you have a name?
He looks at you.
Mm-hmm.
He blinks.
I just pictured him blink one eye at a time.
You can see his eyes. One of them is sort of cloudy, just like a glaze over it. And the other one is this bright yellow, like pus yellow color. He says, No, I do not. I haven't earned my name yet.
Let's call him No Name.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at him more and just like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I'm just gonna just sit there and wait for Elias and Jackie.
Yeah, he starts pacing in front of you, and it's like his movement is he moves with a limp. After a few minutes, you two, Elias and Jackie, break through the into the chamber, and you see a sitting Adam with whatever this creature is in front of him.
And small naked man, and the walls are covered in blood.
Oh yeah, there's viscera, gore everywhere, broken coral bits.
Like, what the fuck happened in here?
What's going on?
I saved this guy. He said he was waiting for us.
Who's that?
Who are you?
He starts walking over to you two. Pleasure to meet you. I have no name.
What do you want?
You also have no pants.
I have not earned pants.
It hurts to laugh. What are you doing here?
He looks around. He looks at you, Elias, and he says, "It seems you have ran into the sea apparitions."
Yeah, they hurt.
Points to Adam. He says, I was saved, and I am grateful. My master wishes to see you unharmed.
Who might that be?
Please follow. He ushers you as he starts limping, and he's clearly way slower than the three of you, as he just starts walking towards one of the corridors.
Ugh.
You can just tell us which way to go, and we'll get there.
No. You cannot proceed without me.
Who's your master?
I was told to not disclose that information.
I can get it one way or another.
He looks at you. Well, you could follow and just find out.
I like to know what I'm going in for.
Looks around. You can do whatever you like. He turns and starts walking again.
Can I mind read him?
Absolutely.
Do
Be
it.
offended if you didn't.
17.
Ooh, it's an 18.
Okay.
So it's just surface thoughts.
Okay. So you get a sense from this creature, this person, this thing. There is a bit of fear in him, just ever present. It is the foundation that is ever prevalent in his mind, is fear. And on top of that layer is a pleasant sort of expectation. He has fulfilled something, a duty or a calling to him. And he's very happy for it. That's kind of all you're kind of glancing.
Yeah.
And the direction in which you're going, which you see the in his mind, the corridor that he's walking towards.
Yeah. All right.
And he's not really waiting for you guys. He's just walking.
Yeah. I mean, I'm following him slowly.
Yeah,
As
very
slow as
slowly. Reluctantly follow along.
He says, many have been trapped here for well, their whole lives.
How old are you?
I have not earned an age.
I didn't. How long have you been here?
I don't know how to answer that.
That's fine.
He's drooling as he speaks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we?
The converging expanse.
Yeah.
At least we know we're in the right place.
Yeah, I guess so.
Here,
What if his master's like the...
in particular, is where thoughts of oceans dwell, remains of the seas of other worlds. All that you see around you have existed in another place.
So this is like an afterlife.
If this is where we go when we die, then you've better look for immortality.
Damn.
Yikes.
Damn.
Alright, well, I mean... Hopefully you're happy that I saved you and not upset.
He turns his head to you, and his thick brows raise up, and he says, yes, very grateful.
That's fine. You don't have to act that way. Just
Kindness is not found unless earned. He turns back and he starts walking again.
This is weird, guys.
Yeah.
This has been weird since we got here.
Yeah, you're right. What if his master is like the dark entity?
That would make our trip a lot shorter.
I guess.
I'll kick him in the balls for good measure.
Dark entity?
Yeah. I can't wait.
All right.
His ghost balls.
You walk for quite a bit of time, the better part of an hour.
Ugh.
As you move, and he doesn't break stride at all, but he's not very fast as you move.
I like try to like rush him. I'm like, come on,
I'll
weird.
say, get him, rush him,
Bum rush him.
Yeah, you guys beat the shit out of him. Why are you doing that? Hell, Jesus Christ! Yeah, like you like hop him a bit, and then at some point he stops moving. And just all of this looks the same. He's winding. It's a labyrinth in of itself. And he looks to the right and he says, against the wall, and he says, "This will do." And he walks up to the wall, and he with one of his elongated fingernails, he starts scratching against the coral. It's scraping off a little. This will take a moment.
Are you gonna dig a hole with your finger?
Continues.
Yeah, I'm like watching him closely. I'm like watching what he's doing. If he's like drawing something or writing something.
Yeah, make a perception roll.
13.
He's definitely making a deliberate shape, like carving
Okay.
something specific.
Okay.
I want to try to continue, like, get deeper into his mind,
Okay.
and it's cumulative, so
Okay. 17 again. So one more.
that's
Got you.
personal thoughts, I think.
Yeah, pretty sure it's personal.
I think it goes surface thoughts, personal thoughts, memories, and
Yeah.
like
subconscious, like stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let me just double check. What happened to the music? Okay, or don't loop. That's nice.
Why would it loop?
Yeah, why would anything happen that's good?
Ever.
Tell
we
me
go.
about
9 meter.
it.
So personal thoughts. You can essentially ask any one question.
I want to know where exactly he's taking us.
So a name comes up for you of like the place, and an image comes up of you see these black wrought iron gates, and the name that comes into your mind is it's sort of like a nickname that he has for it. He just calls it the Citadel.
The Citadel?
Yep.
Well, there's never been any bad place called the Citadel. So,
Oh, yeah.
That's like the name of every bad place.
Finally, he finishes scratching this image, and he looks over at the three of you, and he says, "We will be there shortly." And he takes his nails and he scratches it along his palm, cutting himself, and he rubs a bit of blood onto the sigil, and the coral around you hear as it recedes back, and it starts to shift and move until a small opening is formed.
Cool.
And it's a small like room in of itself. At the center of the room is a sigil that is glowing a deep scarlet color with candles, their wax half melted along but still lit. And he walks into the center of the sigil. He says, and he motions to the center. Please.
Yeah. Okay. I'll walk in.
Yeah, I follow.
Yeah, I go in last.
Kind of looking around like, this is metal.
You may feel a bit of discomfort. And you watch as the etchings of the rune itself start to reach up its light, and the light begins to coagulate into a deep red crimson, and it just slowly starts oozing around you, like coiling, single strand for each. And you feel yourself sinking into the ground. Same thing happening with your new friend here.
Yeah.
And eventually you just slowly go into the ground. And you
I
start
hold my breath as we go in.
Yeah. The change itself feels almost instantaneous, as when your vision clears, you suddenly see something new. And it's as if you're falling from the ceiling, and there's ground, like air below you and ground. But it's hard to look at that as you look forward, and suddenly you see orange sky, and in front of you a grand cathedral that webs out in several directions. The towers at the side of it, Corinne, it's basically a large T shape, as you see just in front of you. The white almost marble material it's made out of has blotches of red liquid kind of always peering down every surface of every wall. The two buildings on either side stretch out. They're spires. That's the name of this cathedral, spires. Around every corner of the surface of the building and everything are just these spires that ring out over the slanted rooftops. Some larger than others. None of it is symmetrical in how it's set up, except for the very center of this cathedral is the main building of itself, and you see a mural of like stained glass throughout. There's no image on this one. It's just stained glass throughout, and you guys are a good distance away from it, indicating that this building is very massive. There's a courtyard set up in front, but the gates to it are shut, and that's where, Jackie, you see the wrought iron familiar gates that close off the perimeter of this cathedral. And you guys look behind just as you're about to fall, and you see that what you arrived on is just simply a how do I describe it? A rock formation that sets up over a road that is on a hill, and it's just a simple archway of rock that you guys are melting from, and you fall onto the road. It's quite a fall, so you both have to like fly, or like Adam, you have to like roll. Your friend hits the ground, and just you hear snapping of bone, like, and he picks himself up, his arm completely. You can see just like a part of his elbow sticking out and blood dripping.
Oh god.
And down below this winding road, you see the cathedral is based on a hill, or a large plateau, and down below the road leads to a small town, like an old-looking town. You can make out brown rooftops, some rooftops made of hay, and other like just rotting wood, but it's tough to really make out the small shapes in there.
Okay. I want to walk up to the hunchback guy, and I'm gonna be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm gonna like hold his arm.
He like kind of waves you off with his good arm, and he says, "Such things happen when you."
I guess.
When you. He stops talking. You see a bit of blood fall from his nose, and he says, "Never mind."
Yeah, just maybe we should just rest here, and we'll go on ahead.
He made a persuasion roll. Does anybody
15.
Huh?
15.
Does
Can I
anybody want to
help
help? Yeah. Roll to help.
I do. I have good persuasion. I'm like, yeah, why don't you tell us where to go? We can take it from here. 13.
Okay. Luckily with a 15, he sits down in the middle of the dirt road. It's actually not all dirt. It's like a loose cobblestone kind of path leading up. Looks like it was hastily put together. He says, "Yes, I will rest." He points up. "To the gates, go."
Do you want to go to town over there? Do you want me to bring you?
Looks at you. He nods. He shakes his head.
Mm-hmm.
"No, I have not earned kindness again."
I think we should bring him to the town.
I think we need to go.
Okay. I'm gonna pick him up, run him to the town, and run back.
Okay. As you pick him up, he starts yelling. Starts trying to get out of your grip, but you start zooming.
Yeah. I'm just like, whoop, and I just like, I don't know where in town he needs to go. I just like put him on the side of a house, and then I run back.
Yeah, you find like the first house. Make a perception roll.
19.
Okay. As you go to the first house, you see right off of the path that leads up, and you set him down, and you look over to your left, and there is a sort of courtyard. In the center. There's a fountain that does not function. It's like half decayed and destroyed, as if something struck it. And all you hear from the town, you just hear like wailing moans.
Oh. Do they kind of sound like how he sounds?
Tough to say.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I mean, I'll put him down gently there, and I'll just run back to where we were.
Okay. He's even as you like drop him, and as you're moving away, he's like, no.
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
Yeah. You guys regroup. Going to the gate.
Yeah, let's head to the gate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Make your way up. And as you reach closer, the gates are about 15 feet tall at the center where it's tallest. And then the architecture itself that you can see as you're moving on, it's this gothic, old, European style, like Eastern European style architecture that you're seeing. Lots of jagged points along. Like, the fence itself it's clearly not a welcome place that you see. Each bar at the tip is like a spear in of itself, reaching up into the sky. And as you reach the center of the gate, nothing happens. What do you do?
Well, I guess this is the place. You want to do the honors?
Can I try to open the gate?
Yeah. Make a telekinesis roll for me.
23.
Mm-hmm. It takes some effort. Like you try an initial push, and it doesn't feel like it's going to work, and then you concentrate for a moment, and you all hear as it opens up, and in front of you immediately you see, in contrast to what you saw down in the town, Adam, you do see a fountain quite in the distance, and the path leading up to it is the cobblestone is much more evenly set. It's an entirely different world almost as you step into it. There's this brown foliage, which can only be described as just sort of like dying foliage all around you, but it's the closest thing you've seen to vegetation since you've gotten here. On either side, trying to forming a path along, and in the center you see this fountain, completely red liquid spurting out, and past that is a set of stairs that lead up into the main cathedral building. There are two separating paths that lead to the other adjacent buildings to the side.
Okay. As we walk in or walk up to the fountain, I'm gonna put my finger into the liquid.
Okay. Yeah. And you pull out, and it's stuck to your finger. You rub together.
Yeah.
It's clearly blood.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think we're in hell.
Thought so.
Yeah. Are we just gonna go right in? Are we just gonna barge in, say hi?
Yeah, we just have to keep moving. Let's go.
I mean, that's how I imagined my arrival in hell.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
I go forward towards the entrance of one of the buildings, whatever building's closest.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of
it's
open.
You come across these wide set of double doors. What was once a fine wood that would be made of is splintered and cracks along, and you hear something on the other end. You press your ear first before you throw it open, and you hear a voice calling out. It's English, but intermittent with this sort of other language you don't really know. There's just bits of it, but you are able to make out, and you hear "And unto thee we praise and adore," and goes back to another language. Sounds like a sermon.
Right. Yeah, I try to open the door slowly and try to do it quietly.
Yeah. The hinges need much oil, but opens up. You walk. As you open it, you see what looks to be a church. There are pews set up on either side. The three of you see. There's every pew is packed full of these cruel amalgamations of flesh. Some vaguely humanoid, others that take up several seats worth of the pew, with their elongated, disgusting, postulating bodies.
Ugh.
All of them are oozing or broken in some way that you can see, but all of them have their attention forward. There's 2 pillars met with you on either side over there, and 2 hallways that lead out. At the far end, you see at the podium another one of these amalgamations, a little better put together, speaking, and behind it is a stained glass once more, but on it instead now is a mural of a human being holding what looks like a spear, and someone is impaled on it, and blood is raining down onto them.
Damn.
What? Okay.
And in the farthest back pew, all the way like in an aisle seat, you see a humanoid figure covered in just stark black, just from head to toe, no feature, like featureless. Looks like a Mr. Game & Watch looking motherfucker. And the figure turns and steps up into the middle of the aisle and holds out both hands. And says, "So you've arrived." And Jackie, you recognize this voice as an individual you've been seeing in or hearing in your dreams.
Who are you?
Looks around and he says, "Well, you would like to find out, yes? You should stay for the whole sermon. Please, I saved you seats."
I'm gonna start walking up to him.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm stepping up to him. I'm walking around any of these creatures that are in between me and him, and I'm just gonna get as close as he allows me to.
Yeah, he's a taller individual, maybe like half a foot taller than you as he looks down, and it feels cold as you approach him. It's like this permeating coldness from him, as you and Elias like go right up to him.
Yeah,
and he's just motioning to a pew, the pew he was sitting at, where it's like clear.
I'm gonna look up at him and I'm just gonna say, "I'll sit down, but I think you need to have a one-on-one with her first." And I'm gonna like nod back to Jackie.
"That is very courteous of you."
And I'll go into the pew.
As you're moving away, he says to both you and Elias, like, "Shh. You don't want to be rude."
Impaled body above us, and we're gonna talk about manners. Alright, I'll bite. I walk over and I slump back.
Yeah, Adam, you're like next to like this, like has like several like sacks of flesh connected to like this half of a person, sort of like one arm, and it looks over to you, like one of its eyes like rolls down its head and then back up.
Especially like a more grotesque version of the waiting room in Beetlejuice.
Yeah. And it just looks over to you and like looks back at the front.
I imagine I sit down. It's kind of like when I sit.
the pew itself is like clear, like it's just wood. And you just sit down. It's not very comfortable, but you know.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, "Ew, you look disgusting."
Yeah. It's like nasty.
Grindcore album cover.
Yeah, the figure walks up to you, Jackie, and says, "So tell me, do you like the decor?"
I kind of look around and I'm like, not really my style.
It took hundreds of years to collect the materials and the help.
For what?
To build this.
But for who? What are you worshipping?
Oh, they worship me, of course. The only thing that's sane around here. There's power in sanity.
What are you at all? And why are you showing up at all in my dreams?
Because I have a friend in need. And he stops. And all of this, well, could be nothing soon. With our worlds converging to be consumed by it.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
Which is why you're here. Which is why I brought you and your friends here. He breaks away from you, and he starts walking down the pew. And the creature at the front is speaking, and he grabs it by the head and tosses it aside. And he takes to the podium, and he says, "Listen, you cretins, you spineless or spineful." And he looks over to one creature on the side who's just amalgamation of several spines. We have guests. And they all of them turn to you. They are, well, I would consider them old friends by your account. Since all of you only lived to be a few months. He looks out. Jackie?
Oh, sorry. I want to follow him up and walk up in front of
in front of the rise itself, the below the podium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just what's your game? What are you playing at?
He speaks out. He says, "There is a man that I need to save. To help save this pitiful, disgusting realm. And there is a darkness that must be filled." And you hear all of the creatures. They say, all of them in unison. It rings out throughout the cathedral. It says, "Kulvak Natul Nalar. Kulvak Natal Nalar." And he says, "Yes, that entity, that all-consuming hatred."
Do you know how to get rid of it?
There are ways. And we will enact these ways. We will free the converging expanse of this poison. He turns around and spreads his arms wide, and he says, I grow weary of this place, and the three of you thwarted my escape once. And the glass, the stained glass starts to melt in a myriad of colors, and we see behind the orange sky, and we see a moon start to drop into the distance, large and expanding, and we see the shadow start to melt from him, and we see the moon start to revolve around, and a massive eye. And he says, "But I, your sovereign."
Oh, fuck.
This bitch.
Oh, fuck.
Have returned, and I, your sanguine lord,
Oh, fuck.
with the help of these three, will save all worlds. And you hear, sanguine, 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 sanguine. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh my gosh.
We're back in
This-
Vampire City, baby.
The sovereign?
This bitch ass. This fucking little bitch.
The damn sovereign.
Fucking
We should have
little bitch
known.
ass.
We should have known.
We got played.
I know, we got played hard.
Oh,
Bitch ass.
fuck.
All right, sorry for the short-esque session over there. I just didn't want to get too far ahead.
Yeah,
That was a
On
lot
stuff.
of building and a lot of atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
There was
Hell yeah.
So,
yeah,
That
a
was
lot
cool.
of craziness. That was
Yeah.
cool.
all right, well, thank you all for showing up for tonight's episode of Initiative. If you're listening via Spotify or watching YouTube or the Twitch VOD, consider joining us live, 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, Eastern Time, every Wednesday, on twitch.tv/keeptappinx. Follow us on all of our social medias at keeptappinx. And I think that's it, right? I think we're good. We're going to raid,
That's it.
of course.
Yeah, we're going to raid,
As
like we
always.
do.
Oh, we gotta pick our channel. But to everybody listening, other places, thank you for joining us, and join us for next week.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.